talking about the freehand system of the Bernina. This is one item that I absolutely love. I've loved it since the day I learned how to use it. First off, put it into the opening that about 6 o'clock. So you're kind of leaning it towards your body and then pushing it all the way in. And so it kind of just hangs over your table. Make sure your machine is close enough to you. Of course, if it's actually in a cabinet, that will come out just perfect. And what you want to do is as you sit right in front of the needle, so your body and eyes should be in front of the foot and needle. I move my presser foot to be used with my left foot. Now here's why. Now you don't have to, but if you get in the habit while learning how to use the presser foot lifter, you're going to really like it. The freehand system, as it has been identified for with Bernina, allows you to lift and lower the presser foot. So when the foot is up, so right now it's locked up into the up position, when you take your right knee and push it all the way over until you hear a little click. That click is actually the lever back here kind of coming off of its lock and just kind of dropping back on the back side of the machine. Also, the feed dogs are lowered, and you can even get the foot to go up a little bit higher, so it's really nice if you're working with thick fabrics. Now look at where my hands are. Both hands are on the fabric as I'm positioning it to get in the proper place. Once I release my right knee, the foot comes fully down onto the fabric. Now as I sew, now I have the needle stopping in the down position, so you can touch and hold this so the needle stops down. I can easily pivot a corner by gently pushing my right knee up against the freehand system and then turning my fabric with two hands. Now I mentioned about sewing with my left foot. The benefit there is that if you are using your right knee to push up against the bar, sometimes your front toe will step on the foot control, or you'll start leaning against that while you're sewing. Believe me, you kind of just do, even though you're not planning to. But by having it over on the left side, you tend to not do both of those items at the same time. You tend to do one and then you do another. Now, when you're done, we've got the needle stopping down so I can touch my button on the front of the machine. Or I can rock my heel back on the foot control, and that will also bring the needle up the half a stitch. Next, lift up the presser foot enough so it's easy to pull your fabric out. Come over and use the thread cutter, but before you cut, let the foot come back down on the throat plate. Then when you cut, the threads are left up on the cutter and held out of place for you. Lift the foot up to start again. So once you have started using this freehand system, the foot never locks itself back up. So if you do want it to be locked up, you're going to need to reach behind the machine and manually lock it back up. But once you're done and you're ready to start again, you can use your right knee, push the freehand system over all the way till you hear the click and start to stitch. Sometimes you do hear a little extra click when you start to sew. Those are just the feed dogs coming back up and coming back into your seam. But it's really nice. Those feed dogs are lowering each time you move or turn a corner. Great for applique, great for anytime you've got a lot of work going on, you're working on a large project, and you actually need three hands instead of just two. This is your best friend. So start using it. Don't let it actually be just left in your box unused. It will save you a good 20% of sewing time without you always having to come back here and lift and lower the presser foot manually. Have fun with it, and I know you'll love it as much as I do once you start getting used to using it.